Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Erongo Talk. It's Monday, it's a new week filled with so much new opportunities. My name is Leandra Lowe, and today I am joining you from the Atlantic Gardens Boutique Hotel. Now, if you find yourself in Swakopmund or any of the surrounding areas, this beautiful piece of heaven is tucked away just next to the Swakopmund Magistrates Court. Now, there's some exciting stuff that's going to come. And now for our episode for today, we bring you the latest news, the weather and tides, and then we also chat to the organizers of the Athletics Namibia Grand Prix and the NVF Volleyball, which took place over the weekend. So please stay tuned for that. We'll be right back after this. And now it's time for your news, proudly brought to you from the Atlantic Gardens Boutique Hotel. Now, this hotel is tucked away just here next to the Swakopmund Magistrates Court. Now, we bring you the news from their breakfast room. Now, the police are looking for a suspect who raped a woman during the early hours of Thursday morning. Now, this 37-year-old victim was raped while she was on her way home in Montesa, Swakopmund. Now, Detective Chief Inspector Daniel Gurirab confirmed the incident, saying the crime occurred at around 4 o'clock in the morning at Anaki Nashilundu Street. Now, the victim was on her home from a cousin's house in Montesa and was looking to get a taxi home. An unknown male, which is the suspect, approached her and offered to help her find a taxi. On their way, the suspect threatened her with a broken bottle. The suspect removed the victim's clothes and they were close to house number 2597, and he had sexual acts with her. Now, a witness came out of the house and shouted at the suspect, who then ran away. He was chased, but unfortunately he escaped, and at this stage the suspect is unknown and still at large. Now, the police are calling on the communities in Montesa or anyone else in the surrounding area to please come forward if they have any information about this case. And then the police also ask that the people please adhere to the nightly curfew. Now, anyone with information regarding the suspect in this matter is requested to contact Detective Chief Inspector Gurirab. That is at 081-233-3745, 081-233-3745, or Detective Chief Inspector Shangula at 081-667-6820, or the nearest police station. If you still want that numbers, you can still go check it out on our website. That's at www.erongo.com.na. Now, furthermore, like Swakopmund was very busy when it comes to sports over the weekend, the Namibia Volleyball Federation, NVF, hosted the Bank Windhoek Swakopmund Open Volleyball Championships at the Mola in Swakopmund this weekend. Now, the competition boasted a surprising show of talent. Rossi Hannes and Kristen Schultz defeated Lizette and Christine Ruchter 2-0 in the ladies' final, while Hendrina Lindongo and Keith Thomas finished in third position. In the men's final, Philip Schultz and Stefanos Kanjangera defeated Konrad Johannes and Jan-Erik Sek 2-1, while Bernard Skurts and Nikolai Glick had to settle for third position. And then furthermore, something in Afrikaans, die opwinding was tasbaar toe Christine Mbonga 'n bestaande seisoenrekord by die eerste Atletiek Namibia Grand Prix verbeter het. Mbonga het die rekord in die 400 meter opgestel toe sy Australië se Bendera Oboya se rekord van 51.61 sekondes vrouens tot 51.59 sekondes verbeter het. Nou, Beatrix Mashilingi het die vroue 100 meter in 11.79 sekondes voltooi. Mashilingi het gesê die wind was nie in haar guns tydens die bijeenkoms nie. Die wind was bietjie sterk, maar dit was lekker om weer te kan deelneem. Sy het haar oefenroutine aangepas ter voorbereiding van die Olimpiese Spele en die Junior Wêreldkampioenskappe. Ons het die Olimpiese program geneem en dit aangepas, het sy gesê. Die kompetisiedirekteur, meneer Bethold Karumendo, deel Mashilingi se sentiment oor die kompetisie. Atlete moet kan hardloop en kompeteer. Ons kan nie wag vir Junie om kompetisies te hou waarmee hulle moet kwalifiseer nie. Die Afrika Kampioenskappe word dan reeds in Junie aangebied. Hoe anders gaan ons atlete kwalifiseer? Maar julle kan gerus daar na ons webwerf toe gaan. You can go to our website where you can check out the latest results from this athletics competition that took place over the weekend here in Swakopmund. Please don't head on over to the website. That's www.erongo.com.na, www.erongo.com.na for these news and so much more happening here in the Erongo region.
We're joined here by Ulla, one of the fitness instructors of Swakopmund. How do you do, Ulla?
Hi, good guys. I'm doing great. And for us coaches here in Swakopmund, it is so nice that we can eventually have a competition again. So for us, we are just happy.
Yes, wonderful. The athletes have been challenged ever since last year, and they haven't been getting their full length of training as they're supposed to. But we're trying to do things differently this year. So what do you think is the fitness level, or how ready are the athletes?
Well, unfortunately, they're not very ready because of the COVID situation, but we are trying to make the best of it. And the level I've seen here today was absolutely amazing. It's the first official competition that we have after COVID. So for us, it's really, really nice that at least the athletes can come out again. They can practice again. They can train again. With us at the Dome, also combining the training with the stadium and indoors, we kept them as fit as possible. But for any athlete, the biggest thing is competitions. If they want to get better, they need to compete. They can train as much as they want. If they don't compete, they will not get better, really. So for us, the competition level here is amazing. We are happy for what we wanted. And now it starts. We have the Athletics Namibia series that are going on for the seniors. So we'll have competitions in Rietfontein, in Oshakati, and in Windhoek in the next 2 months.
Well, that's amazing. Back in the past, the crowd played a major role with the moral and spirit of an athlete. How do you think is the lack of crowd influencing or having an impact on a athlete?
Right now, at this level where they are, it's not that important because they just want to compete again. I think they are just so keen to compete that they don't really give a big issue on the crowd. But when the level goes up, so for example, for the national competition in the end, when we have the best of the best, there it is really, really essential to have the crowd to cheer the people up, but also to practice for them to concentrate, because the more people you have watching, the more the athlete needs to be prepared, which, as we all know, is not the case right now. So we need to step up again slowly, one step at a time, and then we'll be ready hopefully for nationals in May.
Yes. As a word of advice, do you have something you want to share with the rest of the fellow athletes out there that couldn't make it for this event today?
Absolutely, guys. We are in Swakop Striders. We train at the stadium nearly daily. We're a team of coaches because every athlete has about 3 to 4 coaches to be really successful. All our athletes that are with Swakop Striders and with the development club, which we do from the Dome side, we really urge all athletes that want to train, come and join us. We are keeping going. Never mind what comes, we'll conquer all, and athletics is on the rise, and we will have more events here in Swakop. I may not say more yet, but there's big events happening soon here. So I can just urge everybody, if you're interested in athletics, if you're talented, if you're passionate, come and join us.
Thank you, Ula. That was Ula, one of the fitness trainers of Swakopmund. Beatrice, how do you feel when you're running without the crowd? Because today we only have competitors and there is no crowd.
Well, hello there. For me, it doesn't make any difference whether there is a crowd or no crowd, because when I get on the starting line, it's just me and I just focus on the track. So even if you shout and everything, I won't be concentrated that side. I'll just concentrate on the track and the rhythm and everything.
Yes. You as a professional runner, when you get on the track, there is that adrenaline rush. What do you do to get that nerve off you and focus?
Well, sure. Okay, so basically, I just concentrate on my my start and just try and think about something else, especially in the warm-up. I listen to music more often just to get me relaxed and everything, so I cannot get tense. So I just focus on my running plan and all this stuff.
Yes. There are a number of people that look up to you when you get onto the track. For some aren't really as good as you that couldn't make it for today. So, what are you gonna tell them? Is there a word of advice that you can tell beginners that are starting up, looking up to you?
Okay, so first of all, I would love to say we all have a place to begin with. Okay, you cannot just start off and become brilliant or something. I also started as a slow runner. I wasn't that fast. Well, when I started, I didn't have proper training and all that. So it's a good start actually. If you fail, you're gonna go with that eager and say, I'm gonna go back and try. So I would just love to say, you shouldn't give up if you fail the first time. You should try and come back better and stronger. So you should just always believe in yourself and trust yourself.
Yes, thank you, Beatrice. That was Beatrice. We're joined by BK Karumendu, the director of the competition hosted here in Swakopmund. Good day, Mr. Director.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure to have me here as one of our first Grand Prix for 2021. What exciting.
Yes.
What exposure. You see the athletes are hungry, but it's COVID have a big impact to us, our athletes. But the good thing is we are here to give our athletes opportunity to compete. That's the most important thing.
Yes. Yes. As the competition is coming to a draw, how is your expectations has been met so far by the competition?
The expectation was very good as we can so far. We have a good fastest runner for the year in the 400 women, Christine Bomba from Grootfontein, who came all the way from Macedoniba. That's a good thing. You can see yourself, it's a long time. Athletes did not compete from January, February, now we are in March. So 3 months training. So, and they are hungry, but it's not beyond our control. It's COVID who have this impact. But the good thing is it's our first Grand Prix. The second Grand Prix will be in Rietfontein next weekend. And then there's a third one in Oshakati on the 27th of March. So, and then when we are moving to the 4th month, which is April, we are looking forward for our national championship. And then the final Grand Prix on the 24th of April in Windhoek.
Yes. Yes. So, why do you think athletes need to take part in such events and lift themselves?
I think the most important things now, athletes are trying to qualify for major event to come. Because as from June, we have the African Senior Championship in Oran, Algeria. July, August is the Olympic. And then in August is the World Under 20, which is Under 19 competition in Nairobi. So there is major event to come and athletes need to qualify. To qualify, you need to compete. Where are you competing during the time of COVID? So you're competing at home. You see, we are having a 2.5-hour competition here to give our athletes opportunity to run in order to see them whether they can qualify or not.
Yes. As a director and organizer of such prestigious events, what are the major challenges that you face, especially in this time of the COVID pandemic?
The major challenge is that athletes want to run, but we cannot host all the event because of the time frame and because of the number of athletes that we need to have on the field. You see yourself, we must have 50 people all the time. We have 34 athletes on the track, and 16 officials every time. You understand? We need to respect the health regulation in place in order to be in line with what COVID requirement is. Those COVID requirement is one of the biggest challenges that we have. The number of 50 is a limited number, but we have to adapt to the environment of COVID-19.
Yes. Can you give us a word of advice to those athletes that couldn't make it for the competition today?
There is always a next time. Those one who did not make it here, there is another Grand Prix in Rietfontein on the 20th of March. The other one is in Oshakati on the 27th of March. And then the last Grand Prix is on the 24th of April in Windhoek. And then our national is 16 and 17 April in Windhoek as well.
Yes, thank you very much. That was Mr. BK Karumentu from Swakopmund.
My name is Martin from Monarch Lifeguards. I have one safety tip here I want to bring into society. Let's not allow kids to swim with the empty water bottle in the sea. Not even in the sea. What will happen if the water bottle fall off of the kid? That kid is going to drown. Let's avoid that. Thank you.
And now it is time for the weather and tides for all the major towns here in the Erongo region. That unfortunately brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk. And I must say we had a lovely time here at Atlantic Gardens Boutique Hotel. And I must say we enjoyed the very cozy breakfast room. Now remember, please go check out our website. That's www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. You can also follow us on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram. And you can get in contact with us at 011 7040, 0811 7040 on both Telegram and on WhatsApp. Now you can let us know what's happening in your community, or you can get in contact with us if you'd like to advertise on this platform or any of our other social media platforms that Erongo 24/7 offers. Now remember, it's important that you keep safe And we will see you again tomorrow, same place, different place, same time. So until then, bye-bye.